Welcome to In Heels with Keni Silva, and today I'm joined by Gretchen Rossi, a woman whose journey through loss, faith, and rebuilding her life story is a definition of resilience. Welcome, Gretchen.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming, and I wanted you to come here not because you're my dearest friend, but also because you have such a beautiful story of resilience, how you overcame something that so many women go through, losing a loved one, and then you rebuilt from it.
Right.
And you not just rebuilt from it, you decided to have love on your own terms, which to me is the most fascinating thing, is because all I talk about, that woman has the power to have the life they want.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen to that. That's so
and
true.
what you did, which actually when you told me, I was like, wait, you proposed to Slade.
Right.
I'm like, we jumped in straight to it.
I know, right?
I'm like, I think to me it was the first thing. I was like, wow, I never heard that before.
Right.
And to impress me, that's like,
oh, look at that. I'm impressing Keni. I love it.
Okay, so tell that story to everybody.
Yes. So that was really interesting. You know, I think that I've always lived life on my own terms. Anybody that knows me knows that's how I've always done life. But that situation in particular was interesting because when Slade was thinking about proposing to me, and he tried a couple times, and it's kind of a funny story, but I kind of like intercepted the phone saying like, I have the ring. And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean he has this ring? And what a lot of people don't know is I was married before Slade, and I had a lot of like just issues and stuff, you know, gunk from that. And so I was still working through a lot of those emotions. And so when Slade was thinking about proposing, I just wasn't ready. I was just like, no, I'm not ready yet, you know, and I was just anxious about it. So,
but you knew he's the one.
1,000%. I knew he was the one 4 days after we kind of had that initial like aha that we were like attracted to each other in that way. Because remember, we had been friends for 10 years prior to that. So when he walked in that room and I looked at him and I was like, I never remember him being that cute. It was kind of like that moment. From there, it was like 4 days later, I was like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this man. Like, it was so wild how quickly that happened. And I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that we had been friends for 10 years. So there was no like weird stuff. We just knew so much about each other. And so anyway, so I was just going through my stuff and I wasn't sure if I ever wanted to be remarried again. Just all the thoughts that you go through after you go through a divorce, and a difficult one, because nobody gets married to get divorced. Everything's going to be for life, right? And then fast forward to a few years later, sadly, Slade's son, who has since passed, he got really sick and he was out in the hospital, and we were just dealing with all the emotions of that again. And I just remember being there with him in New York. And I said, you know what? The time is now. Like, life is too short and we can lose our loved ones in a blink of an eye. And I love this man so much, and I don't want my past anymore to define my future. And that is when I just said, I'm going to take the reins by, what is it? The reins. What's the saying? I mess them all up.
A bull by the horn.
By the way, Slade makes so much fun of me because I mess up all the sayings. But I was like, I'm just going to do this. And so I did. And I planned this whole amazing proposal, and I wrote a song for him. And it was just a really special, thought out moment. And it was something where I wanted to say to him, like, you know, I really do want to be with you. And this is where I'm at now in my life, you know? So that's why I said, I'm just going to do it.
I think it's so beautiful. And I also feel like, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of women wanted to do what you did.
Right.
But there is a fear,
right,
how people are going to
perceive it.
Yeah. Or, you know, what my parents are going to say.
Right.
Because, or how even with the ring situation, like, how do you, like, do you buy a ring for your future husband? How does that work? There's so many questions around it.
There's so many questions. Well, so what I ended up doing, well, first of all, I just have to say to all the women out there, it's a really smart way to get the ring you want. Because then after you propose to him, you go, now I need a ring. So let's go ring shopping looking and find the ring.
That's a good one. I love this.
So he doesn't surprise you with your ring. You're like, yeah, that's great. Oh, great.
I'm not ready for this one.
Exactly. I don't know if I like that one. So I went and made a custom ring for him with my jeweler that I absolutely love, Happy Jewelers. Do you know Happy Jewelers? You got to know Happy Jewelers. They're amazing. And so I went and had a beautiful ring made for him with black diamonds, and I had 4 G's engraved at the 4 points of the ring. And the 4 G's stood for the 4 most important things in his life, which were God, Gretchen, Gavin, and Grayson, which was his 2 boys' names. And so I had it custom made, and it was really special and had a lot of meaning behind it. And yeah, so I mean, here's the thing. In life, you should be able to do and be anybody that you want, and you shouldn't have to sit in a set of rules or boundaries based off of what society tells you to do. You just shouldn't. You should do what feels right for you and what makes you happy, as long as it's not harming somebody else, you know, as the good citizenship of, whatever, what's the word I'm looking for here? Because I can't find it. You know, being a good citizen, yes, obviously, but yeah, I mean, I just think it's so empowering to just do what you want to do and be like, it's okay. I don't have to go along with the traditional way of doing something.
Which I agree 100%. Were you nervous still?
Yes. I actually legit was nervous. I really was. And I knew.
Well, you knew he's going to say yes. I mean, you were not nervous about that. It's just the whole.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I would have been shocked if he said no. But I really was just nervous overall about being the person to propose. And, you know, I mean, not to mention I'm on the top of the tallest building in downtown LA in a white flowing dress, and he's landing in a helicopter. So that was a little dangerous.
What did you tell him? What's happening?
Oh, I lied to him for months about all the things that I was doing, because I would have to go like get the ring or go to the recording studio or whatever. So I would literally tell him the craziest things. I'd be like, I have to go get my nails done. He's like, you just got them done a week ago. I'm like, I know, I got to get them done again. You know, like I was just making stuff up. And he was just like, oh my goodness. So for months, I planned and plotted this whole, you know, extravagant moment, and just to see it all come together. And we had all of our family there. They flew in from all over the world. And so when he showed up in the helicopter, it was just so fun, because he had no idea that they were all on that first level, looking through the glass, seeing him land in the helicopter, getting to see that moment. So it was really, really special. And it was exactly how I wanted it to be.
Which I think is so beautiful, because you know how a lot of times when men propose, the woman is like, oh my God, I wish it was something else.
Right,
and
right.
the whole moment is ruined just
Yes.
because you imagined it's going to be so romantic. And,
right.
you know, and men are not, they're romantic, but I don't think they think, you know,
the grand.
Yes,
yes.
So, girls, if you really have that in your mind and in your dream,
then
you
just
have to do it
yourself. Just do it yourself.
And I think it's beautiful, because you're showing your daughter an example that if you want something,
yes,
you can have it. You don't have to wait for that perfect opportunity
Yes.
or, you know, anything. You can just go for it.
Yeah, it's so true. And I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, listen, I did it the non-traditional way. There's a lot of people who are like, well, do you wish he ever did it? And I'm like, well, he technically was going to do it. So it was just for us in our life and our circumstances, it was the right thing for us. It might not be the right thing for everybody, and that's okay. But you can apply what I did in this situation to a lot of different areas of your life, because really it is about going after what you want, not caring what other people think. And that's hard. I'm totally guilty of caring what other people think. But at the end of the day, they're not paying your bills, and they're not the ones that are going to make you happy or not. So you really have to just embrace.
And you're living with yourself in your decisions.
Exactly. So you have to do what you want to do and what makes you happy.
But also, besides proposing, you also decided to do something completely different. You decided not to legally get married.
Yes, yes. So a few years ago, Slade and I actually went and got married by an ordained pastor. So that was a very special moment. It was with us and before God and in front of our daughter, because we felt like that was really important. But no, we've never gone down to the courthouse and legally got the paperwork and done all of that. And, you know, again, what's interesting about that for me is we've been together now 17 years. And we are together, right? Long time. Yeah. And we are together because we choose to be together, not because there's a piece of paper there, and not because we're like, oh, we have to stay in this marriage, because if we leave this marriage, then financially it's going to be this, or it's going to be messy, or any of that. And by the way, I love the sanctity of marriage. I think it's a beautiful, wonderful thing. I have no problems with it. I just think that everybody has to decide, again, what's best for them and their lives. And for whatever reason, this has just worked for us. And we don't have this, need or desire to be like, we have to go make this legal and do all this. And again, that still is a little bit of my past, because when I got divorced, I had to pay my husband a lot of money and all the stuff. So I still probably have some trauma around it too. But that's my point, is everybody does what's best for them.
But for me too, because I've been divorced, and I always told myself, you know what, if you want to be with somebody, it doesn't have to be, signing that paper. It doesn't change. It doesn't change how you feel. It doesn't change what you do for that person. You can be married without any of that.
Exactly.
Because exactly at the end of the day, you're choosing that person.
Right.
And you only do it to be approved by others.
Yes.
By the society.
Right.
That's what's the norm.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like me going through my divorce, and it's like I've been 15 years married, I realized, like, you know what? It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Just because you signed that paper doesn't guarantee happily forever after.
Exactly.
And that's what people don't realize.
Yeah.
It doesn't change a single thing.
Yeah.
It's all in our minds. And of course, for some people, it's something, maybe a lot of girls I know just want a wedding.
Right. Yes, exactly. But you can have the wedding and not, you still don't have to.
You just,
They call it a commitment ceremony nowadays.
Yes. And you pronounce men and women or something.
Exactly. So you can do whatever you want.
All these things, and I love it that now we finally, I think, in the society where we're more acceptant to this non-traditional way of being, with husband and wife without signing all these things.
Yes, exactly. And I think too, to modern day, I think women are much more, professionally taking care of themselves, and they have a lot of assets coming into a situation now. So I think, times have changed, and I think that all of us, both men and women, want to protect our assets, and they don't know if it might be forever or not. And so that's why, for me, again, I really do love the sanctity of marriage. I think it's a beautiful thing. And biblically, it talks about you becoming one and coming together like that. And I believe in that wholeheartedly. But I don't think back in the old days that they had a certificate that they were signing that they're married. It's like they did it with a pastor before God, and they made that commitment. And so if you're committed to that marriage, you're going to be committed to that marriage, whether or not you have a piece of paper sitting there. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
we have it because I'm Russian Orthodox, and actually to be married in the church, you have to be, being together for so long. And if you're married in the church, they don't acknowledge divorce. So this whole legality is nonsense for them.
Right.
So it's very different when you come in front of God, and this is where you, they acknowledge as a true, union.
Right.
So it's two different things. What you sign in the courthouse is basically piece of paper.
Exactly. My point exactly.
For a tax write-off.
Yeah, exactly. For that tax write-off.
For joint tax returns.
Exactly.
Other than that, there's nothing to it.
Right. It's so true.
Gretchen, I always love watching your videos. How you are, from making those healthy smoothies or your skincare. I was like, oh my God, I just love that girl because she's always into this beauty space where you are you.
Yeah.
And it's very, I don't want to say the word healthy, but it's naturally, enhancing the beauty and maturing with it instead of changing your face to the point nobody even recognizes who you are.
Right. Yeah. I have always been about natural beauty. That is not to say I'm against plastic surgery, because one day I'm going to need it. I just have not done it yet. And and honestly, a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm just a wuss and I'm a little scared. And I've seen so many things go wrong and people mess things up and all of that. So, and I've definitely tried, all the stuff over the years. I've tried the filler. I've tried the, procedure. I've tried the thing, and every time I have, I'm like, this is not working out for me. Like, it just never seems to work out for me. So I stick to my Botox twice a year and then maybe some microneedling. That's been what's been really good for me. But as of the last couple of years, I went through kind of a little bit of a health scare or crisis or whatever you want to call it, where I was having major problems in my hip and my leg, and I could barely even walk. Like there was a whole month where I could barely get out of bed, and I was so depressed and so, just down about it. There was sometimes we were in a restaurant and Slade would have to carry me out of the restaurant. And I was just like, what is going on internally? I don't have breast implants. I don't, I didn't have anything that made sense for me to have this, chronic issue. And I really started taking a deep dive into my products and the ingredients and what I was putting in my system. And I had no idea that even most skincare lines out there are meant to cause inflammation in your skin. And people go, wow, right?
I didn't even know that.
Or they say,
I have a shoulder pain a lot. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm telling you. I'm onto something.
Now you're making me listen.
So what's fascinating about this is there's so many skincare lines out there that are actually meant to cause inflammation. People go, why? Well, when your skin swells up, or think about when you go and get a laser and your skin's like plumped up or swollen, and you go, wow, look at the wrinkles are gone. I look great. And then 2 days later, you're like, well, what happened? It doesn't look as good as it did the first day, right? The same thing happens with a lot of these skincare lines. They have ingredients. If you turn your skincare bottles around and you look at the ingredients and you cannot pronounce those ingredients, it's probably something that is a harsh chemical or a bad ingredient. It's something that is going to cause inflammation in your skin. And most skin issues are caused from inflammation. Your brown spots, your red spots, your pigmentation, the wrinkles, all of it is caused from inflammation in our bodies. So first and foremost, we have to internally be taking care of our bodies and ingesting the proper products. We have to be replenishing our bodies with the collagen and things at the cellular level that are really going to help blunt inflammation first and foremost from the inside. And then the products that we're using on top of our skin, we have to make sure that they're not causing inflammation, because what is the biggest organ in our body? Our skin. So to think that you using products on your skin is not going to seep into your body and cause autoimmune disorders or cause inflammation is crazy to think that it's not going to do that. So as soon as I started looking at all of my products and really doing a deep dive, I realized, oh my gosh, I am literally poisoning myself. And so this new beauty and wellness company that I'm a part of, which I'm so excited I found them because they have the most clinically and clean proven products on the market. They actually ban 2,500 plus harsh chemicals and ingredients in their products. Do you know that in the US, they're only supposed to be 30 ingredients that are banned? And in Europe, which was one of the highest, levels of banned products, it's only like 1,200. This company bans 2,500 plus ingredients. So I feel good standing behind this company because I know that I am doing something good for my health, first and foremost, for my health, and then to help other women look and feel their best and educate them on these things that I was struggling and suffering from. And so many people over the last couple of years are like, you've never looked better. What are you doing?
Wait, but this is the line you're creating, or you are partnering up with somebody?
Yeah, so I'm a partner in the company, in this beauty and wellness company, and they've already sold tens of billions of dollars of product. They've been around for 70 plus years, so they're a stable company, and they're a completely debt-free company. It's just an incredible company to be a part of, and
it's a skincare, body, like everything.
Yes, and we are pioneering a movement called the Ageless movement, and it's about living your best and living age-free. Because nowadays, everyone's like, what's your age? What's your age? I don't care about your age. Yes. I care about...
just a number.
It's just a number. I care about how you feel. I care about when you wake up, when you look in the mirror and you look at yourself and you go, what happened? And you really have to start from the inside out. Most women don't realize that you have to be getting enough protein. This is the thing that fascinates me too, about people are like, I'm going to have protein for my muscles. I'm going to work out. And Great. And then they go, but why is my face sagging? Well, what's your face made of? Muscles. So if you're not taking care of, and if you're not ingesting enough protein, your face is going to start to sag. I don't care how many procedures you get. I don't care how many face creams you put on your face. Your face is going to sag if you're not taking care of your muscles and supplying your muscles with what it needs in order to produce the collagen and all the other things that it takes to make yourself look good.
Wait, do you take supplements?
Uh-huh. That's
okay. So what's Gretchen routine every day? I want to know because I
want the Gretchen package. I want the glow
package.
The ageless movement, and they'll send them a kit.
Right? I know the ageless movement is. I know I should have actually. So, okay.
So what's the Gretchen package? What do you do? The first thing you wake up in the morning, what do you do?
So the very first thing I do is, well, I typically make my coffee. It's called Up and Glowing, and that has the biotin.
So even they have even a coffee.
All of it.
Oh my God, because what I hate, everybody tells me, when you wake up, the first thing has to be water with lemon, which I started, but I love coffee.
Yes, I love my coffee too.
Like, I need to have coffee, and it's so bad on my list. Okay, I'm going to jog a whole, bottle of water just to have what I want.
And that's smart. Drink the water.
I know.
Drink
but
the
I'm
water.
Like, I can't get rid. Like, I love the taste of coffee, but
Me
now
too.
you're saying there's a healthy one that's going to make me look good.
Exactly. I love the Up and Glowing. It's a vanilla latte, and I wake up and I mix it with my almond milk, and I have my little frother, and it's so good. And then that has the biotin, and it has the hyaluronic acid. So I call it energy plus beauty when I first wake up. And so it has the natural green tea extract in it, and you just get your day going with that. And then I go up and I, take my shower, do my skincare routine.
With the same product line.
It's called Youth, and it is guaranteed to take a decade of aging off of your skin. Guaranteed.
I can't believe you didn't even bring it, because I want to take a dig. I mean, I don't want to be too young, but I don't want to be younger than my 17-year-old.
Right, exactly. Well, you look amazing, but I could help you even get to the next level.
Yes, I do. So because I feel inside like 19.
I know.
When I see I have almost 18-year-old, I'm like, I feel
how
like
is this possible? I know.
Like, how is this possible?
Right?
Like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, like, especially when I got divorced, I felt like my whole new life started.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm back at 19. I feel good.
Yes, I love that.
But of course, there's days when you wake up and you look at that mirror and you're like,
what's happening?
What's happening?
Yeah,
it's like, hey, like,
exactly. This is not what I agreed to. I didn't sign a contract for this.
No, there's something. There gotta be something else. Or, like, it's like when I showed them, like, oh my God, like, I didn't have that before.
Yes. And that's the thing. I mean, listen, no matter what, as we get older, things are going to start happening. We're going to have the bumps in the road, and we're going to have the things that we're trying to deal with. But that's why it's so important that we are fueling our body with the proper supplements and the proper ingredients to help us heal faster or better, or at the cellular level, which is super important. So I do my skincare routine. And then I use my peptide wands, which has the Nobel Prize winning technology in it, which is incredible. It literally freezes wrinkles within the first 15 minutes. I put it under my makeup. It's a peptide wand. It's a wand. I should have brought it. I totally should have brought it. Yes, it's a wand. So it has like the little roller ball that like feels really good because it's cold, and like you put it on your eyes, and then I do it all in my neck and my chest and all over my face. And it's incredible because it freezes wrinkles within 15 minutes. And then over time, it continues to help diminish the fine lines and wrinkles. And then after that, I normally go downstairs and I have my protein shake. And my protein shake has 20 grams of protein in it, 24 vitamins and minerals, all the good stuff in it, gluten-free, preservative-free, no sweeteners, all the stuff. It's French vanilla. And then I put a scoop of the collagen in it. So that's 30 grams of protein just there. And that's my morning breakfast because it's a meal all in one. So I have that. And then sometimes I put my Good Gut and Go in there, which is probiotics for my stomach.
And you do it every single day?
Every single day. Oh I do not miss a day. And then I go about my day. And then mid-afternoon, I typically have like a lunch, which is a salad, something like that. And then at about 3 o'clock, I need a pick-me-up. And you know how we all go to Starbucks and we reach for our coffee? I'm grabbing my sparkling protein, which it's the first of its kind. Nobody's ever heard of it.
Sparkling protein.
Sparkling protein is so good. It's lemon lime flavor. It's 40 grams of protein in this can.
I love how you know all those grams. I'm like 40, 30. I'm like, okay, we're at 70. I'm calculating,
by
the way.
So that's my point. You're at 70 grams of protein without even having to ingest any meat, without having to figure out another source of protein. So I'm hitting 70 grams every single day without even having my meals in there yet. So they say you're supposed to have enough protein per pound on you. So I'm 120 pounds, so I should be having at least 120 grams of protein a day. Do you know how hard that is to eat 120 grams of protein? Like, I don't want to eat that many eggs and that many chickens and all the stuff.
I didn't know actually that's how much you're supposed to eat. But now I'm like, oh my God, like this is a lot.
Right? So that's why I do that. And then And then at night I have my rest and rewind, and then I take my calcium pills. So and obviously you just have the basic stuff. Like you have the liquid collagen. Oh my God, I forgot about the liquid collagen. The liquid collagen is the best product. I've been on that for 4 years. So great for hair, skin, and nails.
Okay, that's what I need. I want to have a hair like
your joints.
Like,
right? For your joints. So if you're having a problem with your shoulder, this is so amazing. And we have a new 2.0 version coming out, and it is the most incredible technology or innovation that is happening with this product. I am so excited about it. So
wait, how long you've been using this product?
So the liquid collagen, 4 years. And then how I got introduced to this new company was they actually, the collagen that I was taking, that company actually went under. And I was so sad and depressed because I was like, you can't take away my liquid collagen. This has like been life-saving for me. And the new company actually purchased all the liquid collagen and the rights to it. So now they have gone to the 2.0 version, and it's coming out April 1st. I'm so excited. Yeah, they went and bought the company. So I'm just so excited because this is the product that I lead with. It's so incredible. I take the Vivix too. It's another product that's it's the gummy that I take every day that helps at the cellular level.
And it's the same company has the gummies, all those things. Okay, back to your hip thing.
Yes.
So once you started going to the doctors,
so I did everything.
What's wrong?
Everything.
And they didn't know.
They could not find anything. I did MRIs. I did CAT scans. I mean, everything that you could possibly do.
One of those mystery
illnesses. And then they start to make you gaslight you, and they start to make you think that you're crazy. Like you don't have whatever you say you're having.
Yeah.
He would come home and he would try to rub my leg just to relieve the pain. He's like, your muscle is so tight and your tendon is so tight. Like he was just like, what is happening in your body? I came to find out it had a lot to do with inflammation. It has to do with the seed oils that we have in our food. It has to do with all the crud that you think, oh, I'm going to, get my protein through this processed turkey meat, or all the things that we do. And it was causing massive inflammation in my body. So it wasn't until I got rid of it. And so many people were like, she has to be, doing something, taking some, GPL or doing all this, because I lost a lot of weight because the inflammation I finally got out of my body. And so that made such a huge difference.
You also. So once you started taking all these supplements and you removed all this skincare that was causing it, you felt it, the relief.
I felt such relief. I felt like I literally shed an entire person off of me because I had so much inflammation and what felt like body fat just attached to my muscles. And I hated it. I didn't look good. I didn't feel good. I didn't have the right energy. I didn't have anything. And once I figured out how to blunt that inflammation and really get it out of my system, it just was life-changing for me.
And I'm curious because, like the inflammation, everybody now talks about it. Is there a test that people can actually test how much inflammation you have it in your body? Is there an indicator or not?
Do you think there is? I don't know, babe. Is there? Yeah? I don't know. Sorry, I keep going off camera. Hey, babe. You know what? I don't actually know that, but I know that, I guess for me, I wish I had a marker.
You listen to your body.
Yes.
Obviously, this is the biggest indicator you can have. If you had a pain and then, after removing all that stuff and putting the clean stuff, it stopped. Obviously, it worked.
Right. And that's the thing is I don't think I ever even recognized that it was inflammation. I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm having, an autoimmune disorder going on, or I'm having pain in my leg because I'm getting old and I have, I need a hip replacement. I even thought I was going to go get a hip replacement. Like that's how much pain I was in. I was like, let's just do a hip replacement. And I was 3 years of age thinking about this. And I was like, this is wild,
And it takes a toll on, like you being a mom and, doing all this thing. You're extremely active person and having all of that and thinking like, wow, I'm crazy when the doctors, because I know how it is when the doctor's saying there's nothing wrong,
it's the worst.
Start thinking like, okay, is this going to be forever? Is this going to be the rest of my life?
That's what I thought. And I would cry and just go, I'm just going to be in this chronic pain all day, every day for the rest of my life. And you're absolutely right. It hurts your intimate relationship with your partner because you're in pain. It hurts showing up as a mom. And when your body hurts, you're quicker to snap and you get more irritated easily. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was able to show up so much better and be more present once I got myself healthy.
Wow. I'm so happy that you went on that journey, but I guess you had no other choice than to do self-discovery and see what was causing all this because the doctors couldn't figure it out.
And it's such a testament to when everyone says you have to be your biggest advocate. It is so true. You have to be an advocate for yourself because there is a lot of, illnesses or issues that people, they don't know what it is and they can never figure it out. So you really do have to start taking a look at your environment and seeing what it is that you're ingesting and if that is causing, issues in your life.
Well, I feel like especially now these days when there's so much products, out there, the food is completely different, than, I mean, me growing up in Europe, it's like every time, even now when I go to Europe, the food is so clean. And every
time I go there, you can eat all the stuff.
You can eat, and I mean, besides the weight, it just, you feel different. And once you're back home, you're like, again, and that's why there's so many kids obesity among kids. Like you look at children and like, oh my God, like why is this? And all these hormones that they put everywhere. So of course, there's so many mystery, illnesses issues, that people don't know.
Yep. And then we have the kids that are on their iPads and iPhones all day long, sitting and being, stagnant, and then having the food chain that we have. And that's the thing, is our soil just is not giving us the nutrients that we need anymore. And that's why I'm supplementing with these other things, because I need to wake up and I need to be on for my daughter, for my husband, for my work, for everything that I do throughout the day. I have to have the energy to get through the day. And, I don't know if you saw those studies that just came out about a lot of those protein shakes that were on the market that had massive levels of lead in them.
Oh, really?
Yes. And
you see, because I'm not into the whole protein shakes. I just don't like shakes in general. That's not my thing. But my daughter loves them.
Yes.
And I can see how that's her life. That's her go pick her up, because she, she goes to school and then she has such a fast life that she doesn't have sometimes, for the whole meal. But I didn't know that now with all those shakes.
Yeah. And it's very scary, because when you are putting high levels of metal in your body, what do you think that's going to do? It's massive toxins in your body. And then we're sitting there with our phones all day long, the EMF and all the stuff. Like, of course, we're going to feel like crap. Of course, we're going to have brain fog. Of course, we're going to have all these things. So you really have to take charge of your own health. Kind of what I was talking about earlier. Take charge of your life. Do what you need to do to make you feel your best and look your best. We have to be our biggest advocates, and people don't know these little things. People don't know about the lead that are in these protein shakes. And by the way, just so you know, I was not a big protein shake girl either. I was just like, oh my God. But once I started hearing and learning about all this, and once I realized I had to eat so much protein to get the levels that I needed to have cellular repair and really look my best, I was like, there's no way in heck I'm going to be able to do that on my own. So that's why I, started supplementing with other options. And that's what I love about this company, is they are coming out with products like the sparkling protein. So it's not just your typical shake. It's like, if you don't have time to make the shake, you go in your fridge, you grab this, you run out the door, and you're getting 40 grams of protein. So they're very innovative.
And they taste good.
And they taste so good. And I'm not going to lie, on a Friday night, I might pour some tequila or vodka in there with it.
Oh, you can use it like that too?
Totally. It tastes like a margarita. It's so good. It's literally so good.
You just give them an idea. I mean, I don't drink heavily. I only drink wine. That's my thing. But I'm like, I think for a lot of girls, that's a really good way of doing it. Because you feel good, like still drinking Friday night, it's like, okay, we're doing a glow.
Yes, we're doing a glow up with our protein shake and a little vodka.
A glow party with a little add-on.
I've done that with so many of my girlfriends. I literally have done that. I brought it to the house and we have our drinks because it tastes so good. It literally tastes like a margarita. You put some tequila in it. It tastes great. Telling you.
You're definitely going to glow from inside and outside.
Right? Exactly.
So with this company, do you actually, besides what they come up with, the different products, do you give them an idea? It's like, oh, I would like to have this, or I would like to have that.
So, what's so wonderful? I mean, I happen to know the owner, Roger Barnett. He's incredible. He actually, his family was the owner of Burberry back in the day. So he knows about, branding beautiful, incredible companies like that. And he's such a visionary, and he's such a... He's a truth seeker, and he is just about integrity. And I love that so much about him. So we just had a conference last week for all the women that are in the ageless movement, because what's so wonderful about this company is it gives an opportunity to other women for them to not only look and feel their best, but also an opportunity to build wealth for their families. And so we had this conference last week, and Roger was there, and we were talking to him about everything. And he wants to know, like, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that's missing in the market? What can we do to make this product better, or do this or do that? And like, for instance, even with the gummies that I was just telling you about, the Vivix gummies, they've been out of stock for a really long time. And I was like, where are my gummies? I need these back. And he's like, you know what? They had one ingredient that was not available. They were not able to get access to it. And he's like, and I'm not going to produce it unless it's of the highest quality. Wow. And that just goes to show the integrity. He's losing millions of dollars in sales because he's unwilling to put an ingredient that he doesn't stand 100% behind. So yes, it's so wonderful that we have that camaraderie and community there. And also, really, and also, the other thing that I love is that I'm surrounding myself with like-minded women that are, in my group, they're faith-based, and they are really about helping women really have impact in the world. Because just right now, sitting here with one of my dear friends, you're like, wait, what? Skincare does this? It's like I'm passing the knowledge that I'm learning on to you that might help you with your shoulder, or might help you with aging better, so that when you can be around for your daughter, you know what I mean? All the things that are really important to us as women. And I think as women, we wear so many different hats, and we're so exhausted all the time. We're so expected to always look our best and be up here and be like, we're on and we got this, and then you come home and you lay in bed and you're just like dying. You're like, I have brain fog. And how does everybody else out there? Because on social media, it's the highlight reel where everybody looks like they're doing everything so great.
And it looks so good. And everything is amazing. And then you're like, oh my God, like, I don't even have the energy for all that stuff.
Right. And there is a secret to it. And it's called fueling your body with the proper products. And you can get to that point again. And the menopause and the premenopause does not have to take us down. They're thank goodness
I would
talking
imagine
about these things now.
Being so healthy and putting all the right ingredients in your body will actually, push the menopause.
Yes. 100.
For
100.
many years.
100. I mean, listen, at the end of the day.
Because it's all hormonal based.
It's hormonal. Yes. It's all about having homeostasis within your body and being balanced. It's all about that. And listen, I'm a big proponent of hormone replacement therapy. I do it. I think it's incredible. And I think
do you do injections?
I do the pellet, where I get the pellet every 3 months. So I think it's incredible. And I think we have so much science and so much knowledge behind these things now that we can really help take away the symptoms and all the stuff the stuff that these women for years were suffering in silence with. It was so sad to hear, the stories of my mom and her friends, and everyone was suffering in silence. And now I'm sitting there with my girlfriends going, I can help you with, the vaginal dryness, or with this or with that. And it's stuff that people don't want to talk about. But guess what? It's the reality of what's happening.
From it silently.
Yes, and they do. And it's like, I've had no less than 12 of my girlfriends say, you literally helped save my marriage. Because the women were like, it's not that I don't want to be intimate with my partner, but it hurts and I don't enjoy it. And I'm not like excited about it anymore. And now they're calling me going, what happened? This is the best thing ever. And I'm like, see, like, sex is meant to be great for the rest of our lives,
What do you tell them to do now? I want to know.
Yes,
what's the miracle thing to save marriages?
No, I swear. By Gretchen. Come join the ageless movement. I'll teach you. No, it's so true, though. And that's the thing, is like, for
You're going to put one gummy here, one gummy
there. One here and one there. Okay, I could get really graphic right now. So the thing is, though, is that I wish more women would talk about this. And that's the one thing that I try so hard to do on my social media, is to be as authentic as I can, of like, look, we all go through this crap. We're all struggling with this, like, as much as everything seems perfect and this, that, the other. And that's not to say I don't have bad days, because I still wake up some days and I'm like, it's not happening today. My energy's low. I've worked for 9 days in a row and I'm exhausted. I've been traveling, all the stuff, right? But at the end of the day, I think we have a right as women to feel our best, and we just have to have the knowledge of what to do to get there. And so I've been grateful to be blessed with Dr. Sandra, who is my anti-aging doctor and does all the hormone replacement therapy with me. I've now found incredible, clinically and clean products that have integrity behind them, and I can really stand behind it and share it with my friends and feel good about sharing it. And then you get to share it with your friends, and then we all get to make money. Like, why would that not be something we do? I mean, here's the thing. In today's age, everyone is out there sharing their Amazon links, right? And what happens after they share that Amazon link? They maybe make their little percentage, maybe, it's pennies on the dollar. And then guess what happens? Do you get that customer? Do you get to retain that customer? Who gets that customer? Amazon. Amazon gets to retarget that customer. Amazon gets to get the next sale. Why? Why do they get to get that customer? It was your influence. It was your lead. So the thing that's so great about the ageless movement is that we have created a movement where you can share the things that you love and use, and then you get to keep getting paid on the products that you're using. And if somebody purchases any of the other products, you get to keep getting paid for that. Why shouldn't it be like that? In a world of affiliate marketing, that's the best way to go. Forbes even talked about it, that community marketing, social marketing is one of the top jobs that people are searching for in 2026. It's like the number 3rd job that people want.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Not only because I'm such a big believer in ageless, because I hate when, people put age on women.
Right.
We have biological age. We have this age.
Right.
It's like, it looks like our whole life is about TikTok. It's like, okay, you get to this, then you get to that.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, you're like, wait a minute, I just want to enjoy my life.
Yes, right?
It's
like why do I have to hit all these milestones?
Just because of my driver's license says I'm legal to do all these things, I don't feel like I am.
Exactly. So
and the thing is, I also feel like it's women who actually, judge and who try to keep these secrets to themselves.
Yes.
That's why I love you who's listen, I want to share. I want to build a network of women, not only to help you look good, but to actually to make money.
Yes.
And I want to make you feel good because, at the end of the day, the more we are together, we can make this life great.
Right.
And it doesn't have all these topics that are, people don't want to talk about, that make it judgmental. They're not. We're judging ourselves for being real and going through a real life experiences.
And you know what? Life is, you should be excited about, well, at least for me, I feel like, my calling in life is to make an impact. And I feel so blessed that I'm able to make an impact with things that I love, that I really enjoy, that I really am passionate about. And, if you aren't waking up every day knowing or having something to serve somebody else with, or having some sort of impact in this world, then what are we doing really at the end of the day? You know what I mean? So
just users.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise.
So
but I feel like we all have that impact. It doesn't have to be on a bigger scale like you creating a movement.
Right.
Just being kind every day. That can create such a big difference.
Yeah.
Just don't put another woman down, to just be happy for her.
Right. You would think that would be easy.
Right?
But
that's the least.
You would think that would be easy.
The smallest thing somebody can do. And then I get so wow, you actually took time to bring her down. Why?
Right.
But, I guess I always tell my kids, because I see, especially with my teenager going through teenage years, I'm like, girls are always going to be girls.
Yeah.
You're going to have to learn that, what their reflection of what they say and the reflection of how they feel inside. So the more hate they have, it's because they're so unhappy inside. They don't feel loved.
Right.
And, you're so loved. That's why it hurts you so much, because in your head, you can even think, why would I even say something?
Right.
And, it's a world where we can shelter, our children. And I know you having a daughter soon, she's going to be at that age. And actually, kids are more cruel.
They really
kids
are. I have to have this conversation now. I really am. Actually, yesterday, because I'm homeschooling her, yesterday's work was about acts of kindness. And we were talking specifically about that thing. And it's it's so simple to just pay somebody a compliment, not get online and tear them down, just to make yourself feel better,
And that's where the impact can be. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be just a little bit.
100.
But what you're doing is amazing because you're creating this sisterhood
Yes.
of ageless women
Yes.
that can make money
Yes.
and create the lives they ever wanted.
Exactly. But you know what's so great about it is that really I'm inviting everyone else to make the same impact. I'm just a little, fish in the pond, and everyone that can join this movement and do it alongside with me. And we have the systems in place and everything to really be successful, and for women to start making money within the first 2 weeks of being a part of the movement. So it's just a really, really great platform, and I'm happy to be able to share it with other people.
Oh my God, Gretchen, thank you so much. And my last question, where we can find this amazing product?
Right?
Because you've been talking for 40 minutes about it. I'm like, okay, where we can get that? We actually,
Right?
we're like,
I
it's
know.
like that infomercial.
I know,
Okay,
right?
but you just
But where
say
is it?
Like, where is it?
So the best thing I would say for people is just to go to my Instagram
Yes.
and comment the word
Okay, what's your
ageless.
Instagram for people who
Oh,
don't know?
That's right. So I'm at Gretchen Rossi, and then just send me a message with the word ageless, and then I will send you all the details.
Oh my God, I'll be the first one after we wrap
Yeah,
this up. I'll be like,
ageless.
ageless.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Gretchen.
having me.
I love you
I love you so
and
much.
thank you for
Thank you.
inspiring others and me included. Now I want to try something, which
I know.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait for you to try it. It's so amazing.
I go.